For the last 20 years, I've been a homicide detective with the Tokyo Metro Police. I've seen violence, murder, the worst the job can throw at me. But there isn't any experience on the job that could have prepared me for this case, the one they call the Black Widow case. Several men vanished, all of them seen leaving bars in Shinjuku or Shibuya with a woman. At first we thought it was just a simple pattern, we had no idea. The city just kept swallowing them whole. We got our first break in the case a couple months in. A hiker off the beaten path in the Okutama Mountains stumbled upon a cave. What he found was a scene straight out of a nightmare. The missing men were all there, all 9 of them. They were cocooned in some kind of white silk, suspended in a web so vast it filled the entire cavern and shimmered in the moonlight. Their bodies were empty husks, sucked dry of all bodily fluids. The brass went into a panic. The scene was chaos. The silk wasn't from any known silkworm. The sheer scale of the web defied explanation. Forensics called it arachnid, but one that size shouldn't exist. That's when the military got involved. They cordoned off the entire mountain range for one task: to kill a giant spider. And just like that, my case was suspended. It became a military operation. While they were scouring the mountains with thermal goggles and helicopters, the city below was supposed to be safe. But I had this gnawing feeling in my gut. The disappearances didn't stop. They just became more frequent. The killer was still among us. The official story was a wild animal attack, but the men weren't being dragged off into the woods. They were willingly leaving bars with a woman, an incredibly beautiful woman, according to the few bartenders who could remember. She was the real predator, not some monster hiding in a cave. She was hiding in plain sight. Without the clearance to continue my investigation as a cop, I started my own investigation in my off hours as a private citizen. I became a ghost in the city's nightlife, haunting every bar, walking every street. For weeks I watched. All I saw were the usual dramas of the night. But then I saw her. She was exactly as they described. Long black hair, pale white skin, and a figure that could stop a man's heart. She moved with a liquid grace that was almost hypnotic. I followed her for 3 nights. On the 3rd night, I saw her leave with a salaryman, drunk and happy. My heart hammered against my ribs. This was it. I followed them. They didn't get a cab to an apartment. They kept walking past the last train station, toward the Aokigahara, the sea of trees. My blood ran cold. I tailed them into the woods, the sounds of the city fading behind us. I could hear her voice and the man's occasional slurred laugh. I finally caught up to them in a small moonlit clearing. She had him pressed against a tree, but she wasn't kissing him. From her mouth, a thin, silvery thread was emerging, beginning to wrap around his neck. I didn't think. I just reacted. "Police, step away from him," I yelled, my gun drawn. She turned, and that beautiful face, and it broke apart. Extra legs sprouted from her torso, glistening in black. Her eyes multiplied, becoming a cluster of soulless red jewels. The woman was gone. In her place was a monster, a spider the size of a small car. My gun was useless. The bullets ricocheted off her exoskeleton. She lunged, not at the man, but at me. She was impossibly fast. I remember a flash of black, a searing pain in my shoulder, and then a sticky, suffocating weight. And that's where I am now, just like the others. My voice is the only thing I have left. My final report recorded on the small device I always carry. The cave is dark. She's been feeding, but she's keeping me alive. Maybe for later. From here, I can just see the entrance of the cave. Sometimes I see her silhouette against the moonlight as she leaves. She's heading back into the city. She's still on the prowl and no one is looking for her. They're all still in the mountains hunting a monster. They have no idea she's walking among them. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it and would like to see more content like this, please like, follow, or comment to let us know.